Hear a real dirty one?
Don't do that. I was just kidding.
Pig fell in the mud hole.
Oh, yeah.
You want to hear an even dirtier one?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty crazy. We have one person in here. We'll wait for them to identify themselves.
Identify. Identify.
Boy, we've been working hard today. Hardly working. It is 6:42 in downtown Jefferson. The wind is coming. I believe the rain is coming. We have 2 people in here now, and we have 4 people, and they've already thumbs up. It's the Gnomestead. He said that Dave's not here. So this must be one of his assistants that he works like a dog up there.
God, oh.
Mario says, hi from Amsterdam. Hi, Mario.
I'm coming from everywhere.
He's over there. We appreciate you being here. Here's Michelle, the retro gaming princess. She says, help friend, I believe. Hello, friend. Oh, she says hello from Canada. Okay. Hello, Michelle in Canada. She's the retro gaming princess, she says. That's cool.
That's good.
All right. So we are, President Patrick is here. He's dabbing. He's doing the little dab thing with his avatar. Michelle said, did you bring the square body? Nomi said, evening, brothers. Looks nice and cool. Did I bring the square body? Let's see here.
Gnomestead, or it's 80
I did. There it is.
79 degrees.
It's 79 degrees. It finally cooled down whenever we decided to stop working. We almost died earlier.
Wait, yo, I got something I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a little insight.
Michelle says, beautiful truck. Thank you, Michelle.
I'm going to give you a little insight. I'm going to tell you what Ronnie's going to work on this week.
What?
He's going to be working on a big buck hunter.
Big buck hunter, that's right. Michelle says, how's the Jailhouse today? It's doing really good.
It's doing good.
We're going to have a new video on the Jailhouse Tuesday. We're going to show you Tuesday.
Right there, show them the front of it.
Yeah, it's right over there. They can't tell. It looks like it always did because they can't see inside because you don't have the lights on. If only they knew.
Yeah, really.
We're going to show you Tuesday in the video that we got the posts in to hold up the beam in the center of the building, and the ceiling is nice and level in the front room at least. Back room hasn't been done yet, but we got the ceiling nice and level to where we can start working on stuff and putting tin back in and all that kind of stuff. So coming on Tuesday's video.
Yeah, then
we take down the temporary walls and all that.
Friday's video, I don't know yet.
Friday's video, no, I already did that. It's Friday's video will have a guest star. Tawny will guest star on Friday's video.
I'm going to try to kill her that day.
There is a big hole in the floor in there that we need to fill in with sand, so Donnie gets his girlfriend to fill it up with sand, and we filmed the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 yards.
It was like 100 wheelbarrows full of sand, and she did it.
Now, I did it the day before, off camera.
Yeah.
And she did it the day on camera.
Yeah, but she did all the work. Donnie did a little bit of work the day before.
I had to fill the wheelbarrow up.
Yeah, but the way you were talking, it sounded like you did it all, and then you made her look like she did it.
No. I did.
Michelle says, can't wait. I don't see many other arcade geeky friends who also are landlords filling it with sand. Yep, we are filling it with sand. There's a big hole. You'll see.
You'll see.
We explain it all.
It's crazy.
Duke Hugh Johnson said, Donnie, that just ain't right. Donnie,
why?
Come on now.
Why?
Come on, man. Come on now. Donnie, come on.
Your partner.
Come on, Donnie.
Supposed to help you.
Donnie, come on.
No, come on.
Come on, Donnie.
Hopefully she's watching and she'll chime in and say it wasn't that bad.
Duke Hugh Johnson says, funny as hell, but it's just not right. It was funny. What's even worse is I was here heckling her the entire time, laughing and filming it.
Yeah, Ronnie's filming you. Don't think about that. He could have been running the wheelbarrow.
Nomi said, Tawny will set Donnie right.
And get this. There was 2 steps.
Yeah, there's 2 steps.
God almighty.
She said she could do it.
Hey, it was a free gym membership.
Yeah, she got a workout that day.
So, it was one of them days. It was a good one.
Well,
we've done worse.
What are we going to talk about, Donnie? We went live here and we interrupted these people's beautiful Sunday evening.
Should we go get the paper?
You want to do that? I was going to do a whole video on that.
Okay.
You still want to do the whole video?
We'll wait then.
What do you think?
We got a paper that
Donnie was in the newspaper.
I was in the newspaper about cleaning up the town or helping.
He's famous now.
And I was going to talk about that a little bit, but if Ronnie's going to do a video on it, we probably can't talk about it.
Ray says, "G'day, party people. It's still dark outside here in not so sunny Western Australia."
In Australia.
G'day. Yeah, it's well, it's not quite 7, so it's not quite getting dark. You see how it is here in beautiful downtown Jefferson, South Carolina. Look at that. Have you ever seen a more pretty day? Look at that. Now, there's nobody in town except certain people using the ATM machine. And Miss Kathy's down there.
Miss Kathy's down there. She's open.
Nomi said, "I'm hot. Where's the ice cream?" It's not open yet, Nomi.
We ain't got no ice cream. Yeah, we got them days some days. But it ain't today.
Well, what are we going to talk about, Donnie?
I don't know.
We have to think of something to interest people. Somebody already dropped off. There's only 9 people on here now. One person ran because you were rambling.
My square body, I'm gonna have to take the heads off of here as soon as we get out of hay season. I gotta get some hay for the cows, and I use that square body to pull the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as that gets done, we're gonna be pulling those heads off.
Tell them what we used today. Nomi said we're slackers because we're done and it's not quite 7 yet.
We use my red truck. That's something we
No,
never use.
something we use that we have thousands of.
Oh, we used the sink today.
We used one of our sinks. People, if you put a sink in downtown Jefferson, you've got to use one of Mr. Stallings' old sinks.
You got to use it.
The amount of sinks that man had was legendary, and we have the remnants of them. So we used one today, and we installed it, did a good job. I think it's going to look nice.
We also use my red pickup to haul a video game. That don't happen too often.
Yeah, we went and got a arcade game out of our super secret storage facility.
We got a couple secret ones that nobody knows about. Except me and Ronnie. And Joey knows.
Joey knows where it's at.
Nobody else knows. Well, Tawny probably knows, but she wouldn't tell nobody.
Yeah, that's true. This is the weekend. Nomi said it's a limited quantity Lion Sink. Exactly. It's from the Lion Sink Emporium. Hugh Johnson said that's why there was the great sink shortage of 1980. Exactly.
I've got them. You want to buy one? We'll sell you.
They're being real quiet. Nobody's replying saying they want to buy it.
Damn. Just 1,000 at a time. Hey, I'm looking for some silicone. If y'all got some silicone, y'all let me know.
Yeah. What were there was like 3 things we were going to search for on the roof coating, silicone roof coating. We're doing the big building. We're getting the roof fixed, because remember how we showed you the video of the roof leaking? Well, we're siliconing the hell out of it. Yeah, Michelle says, "I need a vintage pink sink, but Canada is pretty far for shipping of a heavy sink." That's true.
That's true.
It might be hard to get that up to you for a decent price.
I got a blue one.
Yeah, we don't have a pink one. We do have a vintage blue one. It's really nice.
Hey, Lowe's had some pink ones.
Yeah, but she said vintage.
They're not vintage.
She wants a cool one.
They look vintage.
She doesn't want one of those hipster ones. She wants the real deal. She's the retro princess. It says right in her screen name. She doesn't want the new stuff.
Well, I'll keep my...
She said she needs period correct.
Okay.
So the silicone is like $250 for a 5-gallon pail. We need about 30 5-gallon pails. Now, we could just go buy it, but that's no fun. We want it cheap. Yep. So we've been looking around.
See, that's something that a lot of people don't understand. We don't go out and buy new material.
Michelle says she cannot believe it's $250.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We bought something like that.
But we bought with everybody.
So we need a bunch of that. Now, what was the other thing you were supposed to... Oh, a hot water tank.
Oh, we'll find one of them.
We'll find one of them. We were trying to find a deal on a hot water tank. We need one of those. And there was something else.
Arcade games. We're always in the market for arcade games.
There was something specific you was going to look for. I don't remember what it was.
I got something to talk about. Let's talk about this wood. Has everybody seen the wood prices?
Everybody's seen them. Everybody's glued to their TV set watching
like a rock.
Watching the wood prices fall like a rock. Here's my prediction. Go ahead now. I can, say whatever I want. If I'm wrong, I'll just act like I never said it. I think, and I've been saying, the prices for wood are going to get even cheaper than they were before the pandemic started. It's going to get dirt cheap.
Right now, Home Depot in North Carolina, or Charlotte, North Carolina.
Michelle says she cannot build out the arcade edition she wants to because of the prices of wood. We hear you.
2x4 by 8 foot long, pressure treated, is $3.57.
Yep.
White wood, which is interior kiln dry, is $6.75.
Yep.
Now, why is that? You would think that pressure treated would be more than white wood.
You'd think. But the price is going down, so it looks like that's going to be good.
Down.
We end up needing wood from time to time. We're about to. We have another project that we will be working on soon. Mike says, "Hi, Ronnie and Donnie." Hey, Mike.
What's going on, Mike?
We have another project. It's super top secret. Can't tell you about it.
Yeah, we should have secured it last week, we believe.
Duke Hugh Johnson said, "Wood's coming down in my area," and it said, "Woo, that sounded dirty."
Yeah, really. That did sound bad, but we'll leave that alone.
Nomi said the process for pressure treated is cheaper. You just throw it in a big tank.
Yeah, but the chemical should cost more than the power.
I think they reuse the chemicals over and over again. That's probably what's going on. We have another project that we're working on. Alpha says, "Let's see, Ronnie." Denomi says, "Kiln costs money to heat." He's exactly right.
Exactly.
We have another project that we're going to be working on. Now, it's not as interesting as these buildings downtown. But it is it's a home. We're going home. It'll be interesting because we make everything interesting, or try to at least. But it's not vintage. It's not old. Now, it does have some interesting things about it that you will find hilarious. Michelle says they have to be diluted compared to what it used to be, probably explaining the price, probably.
Yep.
So, in other words, for that building that we're about to be working on, that house that we're about to be working on, we need a bunch of lumber. So, we're going to have to...
And it looks like drywall has come back down to about the same price as what it was.
Yeah, drywall's about back to normal, so that's good.
It's a little less than $9 a sheet for a half inch.
Ray says every once in a while we almost get a look at Ronnie, mirrors, glass, etc., but it's almost like Ronnie has no reflection. It could be. Look, if we look across the street, there's windows right there and there's no reflection.
I can see you right there in that one.
Can you? I don't see me.
Oh well.
People, I am not the star of the show. My brother Donnie is the star of the show. Now on my other channel, I'm also not the star of the show. The arcade games are the star of the show. Michelle says, if you rent yourself a sawmill, you can stamp your own lumber and just tear down some pine trees. Nomi says, I'm a vampire.
Uh-huh.
It could be.
Yeah.
I'm out in the day, though.
The problem with the sawmill in South Carolina, you cannot build with that wood.
That's what she was saying. You could stamp your own.
Stamp it, okay, yeah.
You can have it graded.
Yeah, if you have it graded.
Yeah. I saw a guy doing that. Basically, you lay it all out, and you get the grader to come by, and you got to pay him by like the hour or something. But he just flips them, and yeah, he just flips them and does it real quick. It's by time. It's however long it takes him to do it.
Okay. Well, I don't want to saw it. I got enough stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on these buildings. I got the farm. I got the house. I got the goats. I got the cows. Got the chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I got to feed chickens tonight.
That's true.
So, you got to use your time wisely, and I ain't got much more to use.
Michelle says, looking how warped the lumber is at the yards, I don't think anyone looks at that lumber. I think it's been sitting there for years. Donnie? Oh, it's on the wrong phone.
Well, around here,
they've pulled the stuff. Let me show you what the stock looks like at Lowe's, okay? We went to Lowe's and took a picture of the lumber at Lowe's. Now, this is just the 2x4s.
This was last night.
Last night, Donnie's sending me a picture of the 2x4s. Okay? This is the 2x4s at Lowe's.
25 units of 2x4.
Look at that.
They ain't counting open.
Look at that.
Somebody's fixing to lose their butt.
We have a new game. It's called Don't Buy Any Wood at Lowe's or Home Depot.
We ain't buying nothing right now. We're letting it fall on their face.
Logan says those 25 units represent $50,000 in inventory, pretty much.
Pretty much.
They got it stacked all the way to the ceiling, all the way down the aisle.
Uh-huh.
Nomi says the coal gets pulled off and the lumber monkey puts it right back on top. Yep.
Yep. That happens a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But when I used to work at Home Depot, pressure treated was like...
Nomi says it builds up and repeats. Yep. It ends up where nobody buys any of the twisted stuff and it just sits there and keeps piling up.
Pressure treated and whitewood used to be about 50, 70 pieces apart from each other.
Uh-huh.
And now it's more than half.
Uh-huh.
It don't make no sense. I know one supposedly is A grade and one supposedly is number 2 grade. But, I mean, hell, it's still a 2x4.
Mm-hmm.
And why can't you use a pressure-treated 2x4 inside? What I want to know. And who the hell would even check?
I don't know. These are great questions you're posing, Donnie.
Yep.
You have a great mind for this type of stuff.
And, hey, we got a building here available if somebody wants to rent
Yep,
one.
we have our one building available here. And look, it's right in front of the beautiful clock in downtown Jefferson.
Yep.
We're sitting here waiting on somebody to show up and rent it. So far, no days. Look at that guy. Maybe he will. But nope. Michelle says she believes that building inspectors check to see if you're using pressure treated inside.
I mean, there might be a good reason, but I ain't figured it out.
Nomi said it's a commodity. Don't try to figure it out because you can't. That's a great point. You're not supposed to. You're not. They don't want you to figure it out.
But get this.
You think it makes sense. It doesn't necessarily make any sense.
Your seal plate's pressure treated because it's touching the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And it's technically inside it just as close as the next 2x4.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
I don't know.
Tell them about the watermelon festival. There is the Pageland Watermelon Festival. They took our watermelon festival from us. It used to be the Pageland and Jefferson Watermelon Festival.
Yeah, they took it.
Many years ago, they renamed it the Pageland Watermelon Festival. Can you believe that? Ain't that a crock?
Jefferson used to be the watermelon capital of the world.
Yeah.
And now they changed it to Pageland.
There is up at the end of the road, about a mile from here, there is a big open air market that they built to be the watermelon, where they sell all the watermelons. Here in Chesterfield County, way back in the day, this was the bottom of a lake, so there's sand. All the soil around there is sandy. Nomi said it's because window licker helmet wearers chew on wood and die. Safety first. Yeah.
Y'all, if y'all hadn't went over and checked him out, you need to go check
Yeah,
him
go
out.
check out Nomi. It'll add color to your life. It'll give you something to think about.
Always. And somebody even shot at him last week.
Yeah. Anyway, so they used to have a watermelon festival right up the street. Bruce said safety third. No, he said, thanks guys, we tried. So they had the watermelon festival about a mile from here, and then they moved it to Pageland, and they called it the Pageland and Jefferson Watermelon Festival. They took our watermelon festival from us. And then they moved it again out of Pageland to outside of Pageland, and now nobody goes to it. The watermelon actual sell. The market. Okay.
I think it was over today.
There was an old gentleman that was here in town one day, and we were talking to him about some stuff, and he said, "Well, they took our gold mine from us." And I always thought that was such a funny way to put it. There's a gold mine right outside of town that shut down and has since reopened, but at the time it was shut down. And so we were talking about, yeah, we like to fix up downtown, and he's like, yeah, it used to be nice around here. They took our gold mine from us.
There's some nice people in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
We found someone had signed the bathroom in the jailhouse. We were working on that today. If you may have seen in our videos that we've done that there is a bathroom sticking off the back of the building. We haven't got to the part where we cut all that brick and stuff, but they will. Hey, Hop. Hopper, Retro Gaming with Hopper says, hey guys.
Hello.
So the bathroom, we were messing around with it today and doing some stuff, and we found that a gentleman had signed the door frame inside of it when he installed it.
That probably wasn't what it was. What he did, he called and ordered it, and somebody wrote his name on the side of it, I'm sure.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, now we know who did it.
But
1986, we think.
that's when the commode was stamped.
Yeah, the commode was made in 1986.
So surely people don't leave commodes around like we leave sinks around.
Maybe. I don't know.
Probably not in 86.
I don't know. So all that brickwork on the back that we've been messing with, we think 1986.
86. That would be probably close.
And we're dating things, getting stuff figured out.
Yes, somebody's got to figure it out.
So on Tuesday's video, we're going to show you what the beams look like inside that hold up the roof. We got them installed. We got the posts in to hold up the front of the building in the front room. There's Miss Rory. She's coming to open up the hardware store to feed the cats.
Yeah, if you need hardware, you can get it right now.
How you doing?
She didn't hear you.
She waved at us. She comes. Bruce said we could just rent to ourselves a sink store for a sink store.
I thought about that, you know.
We could definitely do that.
I'd hate to move them all.
Yeah, that would be a shame. She's going to feed the cats. She comes down once or twice a day to feed the cats for everybody.
And check on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta check on cats now. When you got animals, you got to tend to them.
Neil said, are they guard cats?
Absolutely. He'll get up there in the window and look out.
Mm-hmm.
Here in a little bit. I bet you that dog in the truck can get mad though.
Yep, a little guard dog in the truck, little yipper.
One of them ankle biters.
A little yipper yapper. She's a nice lady.
Extremely nice lady. Oh.
So what were we talking? We were talking about
We was
something.
talking about the watermelon festival. We was talking about the
Yeah,
bricks on the back of the
they
building.
took our watermelon festival and they took our gold mine. We're bringing it back though, people.
They're trying to take our water.
Hopper said that's a football dog.
Uh-huh.
That's mean. I can't believe you said that, Hopper. I wouldn't do that. No, don't say that. Don't get mad.
Oh, I ain't never.
That's horrible.
But if one was to bite me in the ankle, I might just do it.
I got attacked by a German Shepherd when I was younger.
Yep, I got attacked by this. What did I get?
You forgot to wave at the guy. Whenever people go by, you got to wave at
What
them.
did I get attacked by? Okay, y'all, I got this story I'm gonna tell you.
This is in California.
In California, you remember what kind of dog it was?
I don't know.
I think it was a small dog.
It's like a little wire-haired terrier of some sort.
I'm driving my bicycle.
Donnie's like 4.
Driving my bicycle. Run off the damn sidewalk. Run up in
somebody's driveway.
up in somebody's yard, driveway, yard, whatever. This little wire-haired terrier, little dog,
Did one of these.
bites me on my butthole.
Latches on.
Latches on to me.
Right? Donnie starts crying.
I start crying.
That's what you get for being in that dog's yard, Donnie. Drove your little tricycle up in the yard on the driveway.
Screaming, hollering. I run to the house.
So our mom flips out.
Mom flips out.
Thinks Donnie's dying because he got bit by a dog.
Thinks I'm dying because I got bit by a dog.
Calls the ambulance.
Calls the damn cavalry.
Calls the ambulance and then hangs up and calls back. And then hangs up and calls back. She called the police. She called the ambulance. She called the ambulance again.
The dog catcher.
She called the dog catcher. She called everybody. And they all showed up.
My dad.
Called our father. So there were emergency trucks all the way up and down the street. Keel says, nice to see the hobos of downtown Jefferson hanging out and doing a live stream. Keep up the great works on both your channels, guys, watching from Sheffield, England. Thank you, Keel. We appreciate it.
So the news is that
No, he said, I died once and mom made me walk it off. Yeah, our mom was not like that.
the news is there.
She thought we died 100 times, and she thought that Donnie died whenever he got bit by his dog. So they've got emergency vehicles on both sides of the streets all the way up and down the road. I mean, 2 or 3 blocks of them, right?
Yeah, there's like 20 or 30 of them.
So I'm 5 at the time, and I think it's hilarious, right? And Donnie's crying, and now he's crying more because everybody's all excited, and they're making a big deal out of it. So
The news is there. Did I tell you you that?
The news is there. So there's so many people that they can't all fit inside of our house. So they have Donnie. Bye, see you next time.
They have me in the front yard.
They have Donnie out on the front porch. And they decide that they need to examine the dog bite.
The news is there. Did I tell you that?
So they pulled Donnie's pants down on the front porch
While the news was watching.
to investigate the dog bite and decided he was all right. He didn't even go to the doctor.
The news was there. Did
Look
I
at dogs driving that truck. What was that? Man, every day you see a dog driving a car.
Somebody's gonna take that the wrong way. He meant the actual dog was on the steering wheel.
You saw it. There was a dog driving the thing.
Did I tell you the damn news reporters was there and watching when they pulled my britches down?
Yep.
That's when they changed my name. They changed it to Donnie.
Duke Hugh Johnson said that's what my dad was like. If you would get shot, he'd tell you to walk it off. Yeah, our dad was like that too. Our mom, not so much.
Okay, another one I'm gonna show you right here. See them two little spots there?
Yeah, this is great. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. Do you see the two dents in Donnie's head right there?
In karate.
Hey, Adam. Bruce wants to know if the news was there.
On this one, no, the news wasn't.
Now, Donnie, you're lying to him about the black belt in karate.
No, that guy was a black belt in karate.
It was a little boy. He wasn't a black belt.
Yeah, hell he wasn't.
There's never been a black belt that was 6 years old. What are you talking about?
It was a damn black belt. Anyway, it don't matter. That part of it don't matter.
Okay, so you tell him the story about what happened, and then I'll tell him what I saw of it, okay? So you tell him the beginning of how it all went down.
We're throwing rocks back and forth, right?
He's throwing rocks at a little boy.
Both of us. Now, he's throwing them at me, too. And we're ducking down. I'm ducking down behind a set of steps. A little set of steps. Duck down. Damn rock goes over. I get up and throw a damn rock. He ducks down. Back and forth, back and forth.
Donnie's 7 or 8 years old.
He throws a pair of needle nose pliers, and they stick in my damn forehead.
The kid threw a pair of needle nose pliers at him, and they stuck in his forehead. Now, you see the dents on his forehead. He's not lying. That actually happened, okay? So, I'm a year older than Donnie, my brother Donnie. So, I was 8 or 9, right? And so I'm at home, and I'm playing in the yard or whatever, and he's down the street fighting with the kid throwing rocks at him. So I hear him screaming, and here he comes running, right? And so I'm looking, and here he comes running up running up the alley behind the houses and the apartments and stuff. And he still has the needle nose pliers stuck in his forehead because they had got twisted up in his skin and were hanging on his face. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous. There's no way that happened. Donnie, show him the dents again. Okay?
Boom.
He wants to know if you've still got the pliers.
No.
Boy, that'd be cool. We should like get some and just act like those are the pliers,
Yeah,
right?
we should.
So my mom, again, is the one home, right? She flips out. Oh man, he's gonna die. Oh, it's the end of the world. He's gonna die. Now the kid could have hit him. Steve said, was that a tumbleweed? No. Now, she flips out, he's gonna die, blah, blah, blah. Now, you know, if your kid gets stabbed with pliers, that's pretty bad. But I will point out they didn't hit him in the eye. A lot worse than it is. They have blood all over his face and everything. So this time, she ain't calling nobody. She gets them and they rush straight to, or did he ambulance? Did you go in the ambulance or the car?
I don't remember.
Anyway, he ends up at the hospital, okay? So we're at the hospital, and Donnie's 7 or 8. And they've got him in the room, and they've got him in the back room in the bed, and you know, and it's an emergency and all this crap, right? And I'm sitting in there, and my mom's sitting in there. Steve says, "Welcome from Auckland, New Zealand, Monday, 11 a.m." Man, he is over there.
Damn.
Steve, if you're 11, you're actually closer if we go the other way. You're more than halfway, Steve. So he's laying in the hospital bed, and he's crying and everything, and they got him all hooked up to every damn thing. They got stuff all over him, testing him to make sure he's all right? And so
Then my dad walks.
all of a sudden, out in the lobby of the hospital, Nomi says, brings back memories of wiffle ball, bat, and bottle rocket wars. BB guns were fun too. So all of a sudden, out in the lobby of the hospital, you hear a bunch of commotion. It's my father. He showed up, and he said, he's out there fighting with somebody, and he comes walking in the door, and Donnie's laying in the bed, and he says something like, well, boy, what happened? You got hit. You got in a fight with a kid, huh? And Donnie said, yeah. And he said, how you feel? And he's like, okay. And he said, I bet you'd feel a lot better if we got out of here, wouldn't you? And Donnie said, yeah. And he said, come on. And he starts picking all the little stuff off of him.
I remember him saying, you got your clothes on under that thing?
So he starts unhooking them. And so my mom, of course, freaking out. Oh, you can't do that. And the nurse comes in. Sir, you're not, sir. We got to, sir. And he's going, we're getting the hell out of here. And so we get him up. He puts his shoes on. We walk out the door, walk through the lobby. Don't talk to anybody. Walk out, get in the car, and drive off. So yeah, our dad was a little less freaky about that kind of stuff.
We're making a U-turn in a car. Okay, my mom's driving.
You keep saying this. I don't remember this ever happening.
Bam! We get hit. T-bone. Bam! A few seconds. It seems like it's 2 or 3 seconds. The damn door opens and it's my dad pulling us out. You ain't ever getting in that damn car again. And we drive off and leave mom there in the middle of the damn road.
I wonder if how was he there?
I remember that like it was yesterday. He was right there.
Duke,
he opened the damn door.
Duke says nothing better than an M80 going off in your hand. He's lucky he still has his fingers. Yeah, we didn't do much of that. The worst I ever did in that kind of thing was I threw a smoke bomb in a mailbox, and then all of that smoke came out. If you breathe that stuff. Beth says Donnie looks a little sozzled. Sozzled. I don't know what sozzled means. He might be saying drunk. Donnie don't drink. He drinks, look, he's drinking water today. What in the world? But he's got a Diet Coke just in case.
No, Diet Coke's empty, so I had to start on the water.
Close by, All right, well, enough stories about whenever Donnie was a kid getting in fights. We need to talk about this beautiful town, Donnie.
Beautiful town.
So what do we plan on doing next?
Well,
we've got the 3 down there with nice solid tenants. They're loving it. They're doing great.
Got the one behind you with a nice
lady behind us. Good tenant. She's doing a great job. She's doing good.
We got 2 more here. We got to get going. Then we got 2 more over there. We got to get going. We got 2 solid tenants in some other places. That's my buddy there.
Who was that?
That is Miles. He's probably watching us.
Oh, okay. He's driving down the road right now. Shirley, Miles, put the phone down. You're not supposed to do it like that, Miles.
He's the guy.
Come on now.
Who built James decks on his.
Oh yeah, he's a cool guy. Adam said, open up a Jefferson Visitor Center featuring Donnie and the Pliers story. We're going to get some pliers and put blood on them and then make it look like those are the ones. I think that'd be a good idea.
The problem is, I can't open nothing up down here. I've got to keep working in Charlotte.
Yes.
So I can make the money to help fix the stuff down here.
That's true.
I can't stop down there and come down here and start doing something that I can't fix nothing. So I got to stay down there to get everything fixed.
Jesse says hi. Hi, Jesse.
Hey, y'all, while you're here, give me a thumbs up. It really helps the channel.
A lot of them have. You got 17 thumbs up. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, all we've been doing is telling tall stories.
Well, it wasn't tall. That was real.
All of that happened, to the best of my knowledge, people. The one about the wreck, though, I don't know if I remember that. Our mom left Donnie at a gas station one time.
Yeah, she did leave me, and I had to walk. Well,
you didn't walk. We went back and got you.
I walked that time.
Jesse said it's more like Yussie. Sorry, Yussie. Doughy Man 2 says, I'm coming out in October. I will confirm the plier scars. He's going to try to touch you, Donnie.
You die.
Historical marker sign. On this site, Donnie got pliers stuck in his forehead.
That was
that was in West Virginia, actually.
Bell,
West Virginia. Yep, I can show you right where it at. Adam is laughing.
I don't know if you could show them where it happened. Isn't that place gone?
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh well. we could tell them about the spot. It's right down the street from the school that I got lost trying to get to. What else do we want to talk about? What else y'all want to hear about?
Toby Man 2 says, touch Donnie. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I told him it was about hay season.
Look, he really meant it.
It's about hay season for cows. We got to get hay up. Well, we don't actually make hay. We got to buy hay for the cows. We got goats at the house we got to buy hay for. But hay's coming off right now. And it looks like everybody's going to have hay, so it's probably going to be cheap this year.
Hay's going to be cheap this year, Donnie said. Now, I've never bought any hay, so to me, I don't follow that roller coaster. Ain't going to start getting me on that.
Well, you know, when you got cows. Cheeseburger is still alive, if anybody wanted to know that. He ain't met his day yet.
Bruce says, come on, man. Come on, Bruce. Come on.
What,
Bruce, come on.
Cheeseburger?
Bruce,
Everybody
why does he do?
hamburger.
Come on now. Come on, man.
Every one of y'all's eating a hamburger.
Come on now.
Hear that.
Come on now.
The Gnomesteader, he's getting ready to get Alfred in the chicken and dumplings.
Our drought is so bad we have no hay for our horses. Send some to Utah. Hate to hear that.
Yeah, I hate to hear that.
Nomi said there's no hay in Alaska. It sucks.
What do you do when the damn horses need to be fed?
What I've learned about Alaska,
I think they use dogs more than anything.
watching Alaska over the years, what I've learned about Alaska is there's a lot of good reasons to be in Alaska and a lot of bad reasons, and a lot of good reasons not to be in Alaska. That's a commitment now. If you're going to do the Alaska thing, you're committed. But I got respect for anybody trying to live in Alaska.
Well, I guess it depends on what area of Alaska, too.
I don't like the cold at all, so it'd be hard for me.
Cold don't bother me none. I don't like 100 degrees.
100 degrees don't bother me none.
100 degrees bothers me. I couldn't do California again. Yes, we lived in California for a short period. A couple days.
Yeah. Well, Logan says vampires are a real problem during the dark season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Nomi can tell you something about that.
Uh-huh.
But he's got daylight on that new ATV, UTV, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah, the LEDs. I haven't watched that video yet. I got to watch that.
Yeah, that one. He got daylight. He's got like 10 million candle watts or something. He got a bunch.
Well, we're getting to the end of our jailhouse repairs. Pretty soon we will film our last videos. Yep. Nomi says it takes a special kind for sure to live in Alaska. I agree.
I agree. Yeah, we probably got, what do you think, Mom?
In my head, hey, Brent. Brent's saying, hey, Ron and Donnie.
Hello, how are you?
Brent came up. He's the gentleman that came up and helped us fix our KISS pinball machine. Woohoo! And then played our KISS pinball machine. And he gave us the KISS thumb of approval from the KISS Army.
Uh-huh.
We got a KISS pinball machine in and fixed it up for a guy. And we know Brent, and he's a big KISS guy, so we called him in, brought him in.
That's the second one that you guys have fixed, right?
Oh, we fixed a bunch of them. Ray says, I'm loving these jailhouse and council building restorations. Well, thank you, Ray.
Well, we got plenty more, buddy. Plenty more.
Bruce wants to know if there's any more time travel when you're done with the jail. Probably, Bruce.
Probably. See, basically what I'm doing here, I've got to be way out there in front of y'all, because like today, for instance, we put in a commode and a sink.
We are not allowed to do our own networking, electrical, blah, 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 blah. So tell them a little bit about that, Donnie.
We're allowed to do anything. We can build our own house totally, 100%, long as it's your personal dwelling. Same way with
and it's up to code.
And it's up to code, yes.
And then also, if you've got something, it's kind of hard to explain.
Agriculture, you can build anything under 5,000 square feet, agriculture or nothing. You don't need no permits, no inspections, no nothing. You can do whatever.
Patrick Van Den says, is the street blocked off so little cars? The street is not blocked off. There is a bypass around town. So everybody that's traveling, this town is only 1 mile round. The diameter of the town is 1 mile. So everyone that's traveling from one town to another town or whatever goes around the bypass.
Yeah, they go around.
So they go around the town. They used to drive right through town. It's also day evening, so everything's kind of slow.
This was the main corridor between basically Charlotte and Myrtle Beach.
Yes. So in the 60s, 70s, 80s, there was all kinds of traffic through downtown, constant.
Up into probably the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And then they made that bypass to go around, and that just killed it.
Jeff says the size of that town is about the size of the town that I...
Some odd people in town.
The census. 700 some people, but that's 700 people within a mile of downtown.
And a lot of these houses in the radius here has got a couple acres of land with it. So
Beth says it's midnight here and 30 degrees. You want to swap? Nope.
I do.
Neil says, what time do they roll up the streets for the night? Neil, they rolled them up a couple days ago, and they'll roll them back out tomorrow morning at some point.
Yeah, they're big here on Wednesdays, closing at lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
They still do that for some reason. That was a old church. Everybody used to go to church, and they still do that to this day. They shut down on Wednesdays about noon.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few places that stay open, but for the most part, everybody shut down at noon.
This is a really interesting town because it's still a lot like it was in the 1950s. Pretty much all of the buildings are pretty much about how they were in the 1950s. They've been changed a little bit, but it's pretty much the same. Duke says, I can't even change out the windows in my own home without getting permitted and inspected. That's another thing. There's a building inspector here in the county, but he doesn't come out and inspect every little thing. If you're doing something major, like whenever we had the electrical service installed, well, you need an electrician for that, and you need an electrical inspection to make sure that everything's done right, and they don't want anybody burning something down or being unsafe. But on a lot of this stuff that we're working on, we're replacing stuff that's already there. So there's a rotted board, we take it off, we put a new board in its place. The toilet's messed up, we take it out, we put a new toilet in its place.
Here, if you're a framer, you do not have to be a general contractor or pull permits. If you're a brick mason, you don't have to have it. You do need it that you need. So that's the three things that you need to get inspected: plumbing, electrical, and HVAC.
Mm-hmm. Brant said he lives in Drexel. The downtown is basically 2 blocks. Mm-hmm. The thing with this town is oversized. The downtown is oversized. There's more buildings down here than you would normally find, and that's because way back in the 20s, this was like a cotton town.
The big cotton town.
And Bruce wants to know, do they sound the tornado fire siren at lunch and dinner time? No, they don't, but we could.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now.
In this town.
Mm-hmm. That may have cut you off,
So,
which was a big deal.
Yeah, and back then there was probably only 200 or 300 people in the town.
Yeah. So all of these buildings have kind of stayed since 1920s. And they look about like they looked in the 1950s. And there was just a bunch of money in this town 100 years ago. And people have kept the stuff up. I mean, a lot of them, they look run down and stuff, but we know what the roofs look like and all of that. They've kept the buildings up for 100 years. There's a town near here named Great Falls, which is another cool town. It's over in Lancaster County. Is that Chester County?
Very well.
Might be Chester County. Great Falls. That has a really nice downtown like this, but the buildings...
Actually, there's more buildings there.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but the buildings they never took care of, so the roofs have caved in on all of them, and it's just the facades. There's some towns near here, Ruby and Mount Crog, and almost all the original buildings are gone. So this town's something special because it's still got all of the buildings, and people have kind of kept them up.
And there hasn't been a big explosion in new buildings.
Yes, Greg, that's the same clock we fixed.
Like Pageland, they've got a bunch of old buildings, but they've got a bunch of new buildings also.
Mm-hmm.
So
this town's just something special, and we're trying to help take care of it and get some people down here in these buildings to use them, because buildings are meant to be used. If you've got a commercial building, it should have a business in it. And those 3 buildings down there, the roofs were fine. we repaired those. This building behind us, we fixed the roof. The two over here, we fixed one of the roofs. The one over here, we fixed the roof. So
we're working on this other one, fixing the roof. And there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still 7 buildings that I can think of in town that the roofs are leaking on that I know of. So we do not own those.
No, as we are reviving the town, boarded up buildings draw crime. Well, luckily, we don't have too much crime here in this town, but you're right. Whenever stuff is dilapidated, it ain't helping nobody. Yeah. So we've got good deals on everything we've bought. We buy them cheap, you know, and that's just how it is. And then we fix them up and spend some money on them and a lot of sweat and vision. Basically, our vision for these buildings is we just try to make them back kind of how they were original. That's just what we do. We don't try to make them where anything's new. We just try to make them as close to original as possible if it's inexpensive. We try not to, you know, we're not going to spend a fortune to make them look exactly like they used to look or anything, but we just try to make them look how they were originally designed because an architect designed them originally. Why not do that? You know, no reason to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, Beth says, hope you find more sinkholes. Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully not. I don't want to find it the way we found that last one.
Yeah, it fell through. But we got the jail will be finished soon, and we'll see who we can get in there. We got this one here that's ready to rent again. That's cool. This one behind us, everything's working great. The 3 down there, everything's working great. But once we get done with the jail, we're going to jump over here on our big building here on Main Street and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, or that special project.
Bruce says you ought to get those other buildings leaking real good, then they'll sell them cheap.
we ain't trying. I mean, we don't want to buy anything in town or out of town that will shut a business down.
Yeah, we need all the businesses possible. So if somebody's got a business, we don't want them to go under. We want them to keep on keeping on.
Yeah, like this. Just take this grocery store for instance. This grocery store, we had an opportunity to buy it way back when, but there was a business in it, and we didn't want it at that point because we didn't want to shut the business down. But after the business went under and it went through a couple more people's hands, then we purchased it. Yeah. With it sitting here vacant.
So our biggest challenge, though, has been this big old building over here, but we'll get into that. You've seen a little bit of that. If you go watch some of our lives, we've been in there. You can see a little bit of that, but that building has just needed a lot of work just because of the size of it. It's the second biggest building in town. The only one bigger is the bank.
Yeah, and it was a disaster when we bought it.
Yeah.
We've been fighting it. We got it pretty well.
It's nice and dry now and all of that. So Logan Q says, here in Raleigh, the food bank purchased a huge flea market where 100 of people worked and then put them all out of business. Why would they do that, Logan? That's horrible.
Yeah, see, we ain't about that.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do that.
We don't want to buy a business. We want them to keep running their business. So if they get to the point where they close and then they want to sell, we'd probably be interested depending on what it is and the price, you know, but. All right, well, folks, we're going to head to the house.
Everybody give me a thumbs up on the way out.
Logan says because they want people dependent on them. That's horrible, man. Horrible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But everybody give us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to come talk to you. I guess it wasn't trouble. It was fun. So you don't have to give us a thumbs up. You can give us a thumbs down if you want.
But if you do it twice.
Yeah. But we'll keep up with you what's going on. We'll have a new video Tuesday. Make sure to check it out. Greg says, night, guys. Stay safe. Thank you, Greg.
All right, buddy.
Bruce says 3 thumbs up, odd number. Mike gives us a thumbs up. Thank you, Mike. Yes, it really is me. Thanks, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Duke Hugh Johnson says, great to see you all. You already got his thumb up. Thank you, Duke. We appreciate that, buddy. We're going to hit the house, and we'll be back. We appreciate it, buddy. Neil says, take care, guys. Thanks.
All right, y'all. See y'all later, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, Hopper. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks, Beth.